Hi, Mom. My name is James Bowley. I'm from Lincoln, Nebraska, and I went to undergraduate college, liberal arts college in the Midwest, and then I went to Jerusalem for graduate school and ended up finishing my PhD in Cincinnati. So I teach in the Religious Studies Department, and I teach mostly Jewish studies and early Christianity. And what I basically am is a time traveler. We're waiting for the physics department to invent a time-traveling machine, but in the meantime, I'm studying ancient texts and trying to figure out what all those ancient societies and people were like in ancient Israel and elsewhere.
Oh, well, cool beans. So how did you end up at Millsaps?
Well, it was either Millsaps or be a shortstop for the Cincinnati Reds. Most days, I think I made the right decision. I love baseball, but I think I love it more here. I ended up answering an ad in the Chronicle of Higher Education. I'd never been to Millsaps before. I'd heard of it, but I thought, well, I'll check it out. So sure enough, I came down, loved the people, loved the weather. I came down in February. Loved the February weather as compared to the Midwest weather. And I've been here ever since.
So what do you think is the best part about teaching at Millsaps, and what do you think makes Millsaps unique?
I think what makes it unique, well, first of all, every school is unique in some ways, either uniquely bad or uniquely party school or whatever. But I think one of the things that makes Millsaps unique is all the interesting things that are going on that anybody can get involved in. It's a small enough school so that there's not a lot of red tape, and if a professor or a student wants to do something, there's all kinds of fascinating things that they can do, and you look around and people are doing interesting things every day with a lot of student and faculty involvement. I love that.
What is your favorite class to teach?
My favorite class to teach is the class that gets students excited. It's the class that students end up sending me emails about because they're interested in it, or they send me a link to something on the internet because they found an article or they found a cool story about our class, or in the middle of the night they send me a joke that has to do with our class. It's any class that gets students excited and interested in learning. Now, you know, in my mind, there's lots of classes that can do that, and I love teaching Hebrew, for example. I love watching students learn Hebrew, and I think it's fun to learn the language. I also think that Hebrew Bible, I teach that a lot, and I wrote a textbook for that, so I like that class a lot. It's fun to do. But there's lots of classes, and in fact, my Intro to Religious Studies class is probably the one that I get the most emails about and stories about from students, so I love them all.
What's your favorite thing about Jackson?
Favorite thing about Jackson? Well, I would say Jackson is small enough, and anyone from a big city will appreciate this, small enough so that somebody with a 20 or 25 minute commute has a long commute in Jackson. I get to school in 4 minutes every morning. But so the smallness is nice, but it's big enough that one can find almost anything that one wants to do. But it's, again, small enough that if you want to get involved in anything, like in journalism or getting anything done, you can do it, because it's not a place that's overrun with people already doing things. There's lots of things that could be done, need to be done, should be done, are fun to do, and if you want to, you can get involved in it.
Great. And last question, what do you like to do in your free time?
What I like to do in my free time is dream about being interviewed for Millsaps Facebook.
Well, mission accomplished.